Hello people of the earth and welcome back to QuickSave TV. My name is Mike and today I'm going to share a little bit of my experience, things I've been able to pick up about how to improve your channel, specifically about subscriptions, right? There's many mistakes people tend to do when they're making their channels, which I believe are mistakes, and I'm going to justify it to you. And there's many techniques which people don't really use to evaluate how their channel is doing. So let's go ahead and write subscribers. How about that? How does it look? Does it suck? Hopefully you can see that. I think you can. Okay, good. So what about subscribers? What about them? Subscribers are the people who are enjoying your content enough to be willing to subscribe to your channel, to be bothered constantly about your future content. For us, for people who make videos, this is the general illustration of how good we're doing. Not. It's not really. The amount of subscribers does not influence the quality of your content. You do. You're responsible for that. You can have 5 subscribers and have the greatest content in the world, the most actual content for things that matter right now. Or you can have 1 million subscribers and you can make videos about poo. Woohoo! That's the point. You see, that's different. Subscribers by themselves do not establish or prove anything. Contrary to the popular belief, amount of subscribers does not influence their gain. That's irrelevant. So let's go ahead and establish a new formula for this tutorial. This formula is going to be called subscription gain rate. Okay, let's just going to call it in this American style subscription gain rate with an abbreviation, right? How do we calculate how fast do you get subscribers? It's actually very easy. What you do is you take your total views. You can see them on your channel or on your dashboard. Then you divide it by the total amount of subscriptions you have. TS, total subscriptions. So, subscribers gain rate is equal total views divided by total subscriptions. Now you get the number. This number is how many views it takes for you to get additional subscriber. Generally, the lower this number is, the better. In my circumstance, it's 230 right now. Right? I am a video games channel. I make commentaries, I make reviews, I make critique, I make news videos, etc., and all the random crap all the way in between, like vlogs and etc. Now, for me, what that means is, for every 230 views, I get 1 new subscription, which means that it might be 100, it might be 380, but generally, average one is 230. This is the general show how good you're doing. You always want to lower this number. There's many ways to lower this number. What influences it is how quickly people are willing to subscribe for you. You might want to tell them that they might want to subscribe to you. You might want to place annotations. You might want to place fancy intros and outros. There's many different techniques for that, but the general idea is you want it low. Even though it looks like a very artificial value, it is not. One could argue that the bigger the channel is, the greater this number is going to be because they have more views and etc. And it's very hard to get new subscribers when you have already so many subscribers. But the funny part is, it's not true. That's the funniest part. It doesn't dramatically rise up when the channel becomes huge. I have witnessed channel with hundreds of thousands of subscribers still having the number of 80. Now that is freaking impressive. Some channels have the number of 280, some channels have even greater numbers. So generally, if this number for you is too high, you want to get it lower. And there's different ways to do that. Now, let's go ahead and talk about different technique. Technique called sub for sub. Now, often all of us, even people who don't make videos on YouTube, they get those retarded spam messages which say, "Oh man, I liked your videos, they're great," without any information obviously, right? And they give you a stupid link that says, "Oh, check out this site, it helps you get subscriptions." Now, why is it wrong? Doing that does not influence the amount of views you're going to get on your videos. Doing that is stupid and counterintuitive. Sub for sub technique is exactly the same thing, just slightly different. What you do in sub for sub is someone subscribes for you, you subscribe back. It's very popular, the way I see it in the United States. It's very popular generally, it's picking up everywhere. But the thing is, it's retarded. Each and every person on YouTube has a limit right now of 2,000 people to subscribe to. So you have 2,000 people limit, right? And that's how many sub for subs you will be able to get. But this does not influence the efficiency of your channel. It doesn't do anything for you. If your content is shit, those subscriptions will not help you get new subscriptions. Generally, people have their own mind, and if they like something, they will subscribe to it, right? If they would like to see more of it. But sub for sub doesn't do that. All of these people who are going to sub for sub back to you, they probably will not even see your videos. the most thing they will be able to do for you is they're gonna come on your video, they're gonna half watch it, and they're gonna say, oh, I made a new video, or oh, there's my channel, subscribe to it. They are parasites, you don't want them. They are not helping your work, and generally such thing, it's not working. It's trying to sell you off, sell yourself off without doing any actual work, okay? That's not beneficial, so you don't want to do that. The next thing is, what about your subscribers? How is your relationship with them? How do you communicate with them? Different channels resolve it in different fashion. I myself, I talk a lot on my videos. I respond to questions and comment on their impressions and feedback and etc. etc. In this way, I establish connection with my viewers. Different channels, for instance, Total Biscuit, he establishes connections with their viewers, with his viewers, by making a video on a daily basis, talking about different things in the industry, right? Answering the questions of his subscribers, which is really great. Okay, there's different ways to do that. But what's important is, what if I become your subscribers? What's in it for me? What is so cool about it? What is cool? How will I be called? Part of what community? How good is your community? Is it shitty community? Is it good community? Do you yourself communicate with your community or do you not? There's different ways to do that. You can use Facebook. Let's go ahead and write it. You can use Facebook. You can go ahead and talk to them. Talk. You can talk to them. You can use Twitter, right? You can use Twitter. You can use videos, like video vlogs, videos to communicate with them. You can use special giveaways, right? There's different ways to insinuate people to subscribe to you or to be part of your community. And you can even make up a name for them. There's so many different names for this community. Some people don't even do that. But I generally think it's a fun thing to do, right? Bro Army, Day 9 Army, whatever they call themselves, armies. I call my supporters Earthlings, right? People of the Earthlings, makes perfect freaking sense. It is up to you what technique you're using. But generally you want to keep people interested in being subscribed to you. That's the idea. And by doing these things, by interacting with them on Facebook, by talking to them, by interacting with them on Twitter, by making specific videos which address your subscription base, and creating, for example, special giveaways, not necessarily often, like once a year is fine, as long as you do other things, will give you better performance, will leave people more satisfied from actual interaction with other people on your channel, and will increase the chances of people actually subscribing to you. Now there's so many things to talk about, there's so many different techniques, there's so many different ways, but like now I think I covered the most important ones, the most interesting ones. There's always something to learn, something to improvise, something to improve. Do not be afraid to try out new things. Do not be afraid to improve your content, to ask them for their opinion and impression. Do not be negative to their critique, because critique is actually helping you, whether it is negative or positive. It's just you have to wait through that and understand whether or not it's actually valuable for you. So yeah, that's about it. That's about subscriptions today. My name was Mike. This is QuickSave TV. I thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this video and my commentary, please do not forget to put a like on this video and favorite it. Have a greatest day and see you soon. Let's go ahead and for the popular... Еще раз. Let's go ahead now and for the popular... Блять! Сука, нахуй. Блять. Еще раз. Let's go ahead and for the popular... Блять, заебал, ну сколько можно? Окей, еще раз. Let's go ahead and for the popular... I cannot just say it. It's impossible. What the fuck word is this? Who designed popular? Purposes. Okay, let's go. Okay. Let's go ahead and for the... Let's go ahead and for the reason, for the value... Блять. Let's go ahead and establish a new formula right here then. The subscription gain rate. Okay? Gain rate, yeah. Will give you... Блять. Sure. Will give you better... Еще раз.